Hey, I'm live. Hey, it's good to see you guys this morning. I see we've got well, Danny Miller's here, and let's see. I'll get to your question in just a second, Danny. I got a lot of cool stuff coming up here, so I'll let you know. But I just got back from vacation. It's one of those vacations where, we went back to California for um, a, a week basically and saw, some old growth group friends and church friends and, some members from my team. They got some cool stuff going on there, and I got to have plenty of Mexican food, and I went to see the beautiful shores of California. Anyway, so it's one of those vacations where you kind of need a break after you get back because you did so much, right? It was not there's hardly any downtime. Hey, Danny. Hey, Rolf. Good to see you, man. I was thinking about you this morning. Um, let's see. I've got a few things that I want to chat with you about. First of all, I wanted to ask. Let's see. So it looks like there's 6 people online, but I only see 2 people in the chat. So if you wouldn't mind, just say hello in the chat so I'll know you're here. I have no way of knowing if you're here unless you chat with me. So, or unless you put it in the live chat. Okay. So I'd love to know who I'm talking to. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh, last week I put out a video on the Waves R channel, and some of you might be a little surprised that the Waves R channel. Hey, James. Uh, the Waves R channel is my go-to because I, preach about how good the SSL is, and I do love the SSL E channel, but the R channel from Waves, the Renaissance channel, is really cool. Hey, Carl, is really cool because not the character that it does, but the versatility it has when it comes to keying a sidechain separate from the EQ. The SSL will do it, but you lose the EQ. You have to put the SSL. I can show you how to do this if you're interested. If you're interested, let me know, and I can show you how to do this with the SSL E channel, G channel also. The only thing is you have to use the EQ for one thing. The R channel actually has 2 EQs kind of built into it. A simple EQ that will either filter or boost or cut drastically on a frequency to make it open a gate a little quicker. So if you guys have any questions about the R channel that I did last week, I'm glad to take them, clarify anything if I wasn't clear about some things. But yeah, the R channel is really cool. I like the R channel. There's the 3 plugins that I go around on drums. Hey, JQ Public. I think that's your name, JQ Public. First time I've seen you here. Thank you for coming. Let's see. There's three channels that I go around. One is that new that ultimate snare channel from Harrison Mixbus, the drum flow. It really is good on a snare drum. It can actually save a snare drum. As a matter of fact, I used it on a mix recently, and I did a tutorial. Hey, Nathan, good to see you, man. I used that Mixbus drum flow on snare, and it's got the white noise, pink noise that you can trigger with a snare, which is kind of an old school way of getting the under snare mic sound without all the junk you get from an under snare. I typically don't like snares, but sometimes people don't have those snares tight enough, and you get more of a really tightly tuned tom for a snare sound. Sometimes that's what you want. Sometimes you want a little bit more of that sizzle of those snares rattling on the bottom. That pink noise will, the drum flow will open the pink noise. Really cool feature there. And I was able to save a snare right there. So the second one, that's for snare. Also use the R channel on the snare quite a bit too. Not for the gating like I do on the tom, but just because of I guess it's the graphical thing. Where I like to see where I'm boosting. When I need a lot of tone from a snare, like a lot of pitch from a snare, I'll use the R channel because I don't know, the SSL channel, it doesn't, you can't, at least like you can't see or hear as tight of a bump for a fundamental frequency on the snare. So that's why I use the SSL quite a bit on the snare. So usually it goes SSL kick, R channel, toms, and probably drum flow and or R channel on snare. And sometimes I might even stack them. So anyway, no questions. It looks like about, hey, CJ, no questions, I guess, about the R channel. I guess it was like perfectly explained. Or maybe you just can't think of a question. If you have one in the rest of this live thing, let me know. I'll be glad to answer them. So, hey, Neil, Neil Holloman here, just got drum flow ready to work with it more. Yeah, I think you'll like drum flow. Like I said, on the snare specifically, the kick, if you want a little bit of that 808 sort of thing, which I showed you in a couple of videos ago, I don't have it pasted, but if anybody wants to grab that link and paste it in the comments, that'd be fine with me. Andreas, good to see you, man. Having a vacation right now. Hang on, let me say this. This is a funny kind of a going joke right now. I don't know if you're halfway messing with me here, but every time I talk to Andreas, he's from Sweden. Every time I talk to Andreas, he's on vacation. But you're having a baby in 3 weeks. That is, we need to catch up, man. It's been a long time. I didn't know you were having a baby. That is awesome, man. It's good to see you. Nathan McFarland, good friend, also YouTuber, guitar player extraordinaire. Good to see you, man. CJ, I don't think I know who you are, man. It's good. I'm glad you're here, though. And we've got JQ Public here. Big J there. Thank you for coming. Carl Weber's here. My friend James Hilliker, a new transplant from the state of California to Tennessee. Not too far from me now. Good to have you as a neighbor, James. Rolf Wire. Dude, I love you, man. This is Rolf. He's also a transplant from California. There's a lot of people coming from California, right? Danny Miller. Okay, Danny, sounds like you had a good weekend, man. Let's see. Danny's got a couple questions. When is the next song coming out? This is one thing I wanted to talk about today. We are doing a song called God Works. It's a song that we did back in 2014 by a guy named Doug Anderson. It's kind of a country gospel sort of thing. Really kind of it's a cool track. Solo, background vocals, electric guitar, that sort of thing. And we will be doing, I'll have it up. It's on the website now. If you go to mixcoachmember.com and log in, you'll see it. It's buried right now. I don't have it pulled up into this month category, and I don't have all of the dates, but I'll have that by the end of the day, and I'm excited about it. The thing I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to remix this one, because my mix, if you find it, if you go to YouTube, and again, if somebody wants to copy and paste this, if you go to YouTube and you copy and paste, or you search for Godworks and Doug Anderson, and you see the album cover there, that's my mix. And I'm going to try to beat my mix on this month on Mix Coach Member. And I'm going to do it with the template that I provided for all of the new members for Mix Coach and all of the current members of Mix Coach Member. You'll be getting this template too. And you can use it if you want to. You can take the pieces that you want. So just a benefit of being a member there. Let's see. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Oh, Danny. Will somebody pass the popcorn? I wish I had some popcorn. It'd be really good. So, Danny, it looks like you had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. I've got an anniversary coming up Monday, August the 8th. We'll be married 30 years. You're probably 30 years old, aren't you, Danny? Anyway, it's good. Good to see all you guys here. Let's see. JQ Public is Jack. Good to know your name, Jack. Really glad you're here. Okay, so let's see. One thing I wanted to announce to you guys was there's a new song on Mix Coach Member. That's tough to say on the first live broadcast after a vacation. So I was going to take some questions about the R channel, but that's good. If you guys still have any questions, I'm here to answer them. Let's see. Hey, if you get a chance right now and you're in front of your screen, which I know most of you are, right? Hit that, share it with somebody who might like to see videos like this, live videos, Q&A videos, and this channel. I am almost, let me check here. I think I am almost to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, which has taken, I started this YouTube channel back in 2009 or 2010, and it's taken that long to get 10,000 subscribers because I haven't been as consistent up to the past year. Well, I have been consistent, but that's been inconsistent. I moved to California, kind of got overwhelmed there with a lot of work there. And so anyway, I'm almost to 10,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And that way, when I go live like this, you'll know the second I do it. Sometimes I go live without any warning, just like go live. So you'll be notified if that happens. And so yeah, a couple more. It's only 13 pages. Did I pass the PDF file? I thought you I thought the PDF file was already on the website. If it's not, I will put it up. But it seems like I saw it up there and did not pass it on because it was already there. So Danny Miller's been surprising us with some really cool songs on Mix Coach Member to Mix, which would be fun to mix live, maybe. So anyway, hey, I wanted to tell you guys something. Andres, you might appreciate this. In the years past, starting I think in 2014, right about the time the song that we're mixing this month on Mix Coach Member came out, in the fall, we started a thing called the Mix Coach Experience Weekend. And it's just a weekend where it starts on a Thursday night and it goes through Friday and Saturday. And then, sometimes the guys will hang out. We'll go to eat brunch on Sunday. But, that's just a kind of a bonus thing. But the Mix Coach Experience Weekend. And so when I was in California, it got a little, like I said, it got a little overwhelmed and had to call it off starting in 2017, I think. So there was several years that we didn't do it. It's back on this year, this fall, October. Should have gotten the date. The dates are on this screen right here. MixCoachExperienceWeekend.com. If you go there, I think it's October the 21st through the 23rd. I think I'm right there. Correct me if I'm not. But I'm not looking at the calendar. But anyway, it starts on Thursday night. We're going to do some hanging out on Thursday night. What we've done in the past is gone to Arrington Vineyards, which is a place here in Nashville. Just kind of get to know each other. We've had some cool people drop by and add to the conversation, but mainly Thursday night is just to meet everybody. Because, when you have a community like Mix Coach and Mix Coach Member, you know each other online, but you don't really get to hang out with each other too much. Thursday night, you get to meet everybody. And then Friday and Saturday, we'll meet up, and most likely we'll go to a studio, either this studio or another studio. We've gone to see Keith Thomas, a producer. We've gone to see Joe Gilder. We've gone to see mastering. We've gone to mastering houses. We've gone to studios. We've ended up at Sony Studios and Nashville Music Row. I don't know exactly where we're going to go this year, but we're going to go somewhere cool. So it's going to be a fun-packed, adventure-packed thing, and I don't think anybody's ever left. Even people like Andreas has come from several years in a row from Sweden, and I've never heard anybody complain about what there was to do because it's packed full of stuff. So I would love to have you come if you can. Check the details on MixCoachExperienceWeekend.com, and it's going to be really cool. Matter of fact, here's the sales page right here. Mix Coach Experience Weekend 2021. This is us with Joe Carroll. Let's see. Then that was 1 year. And then 1 year we hung out with Keith Thomas. These are not things that we're going to do this year necessarily. We did a mastering experience with John Mayfield. And it's going to be around Murfreesboro, Nashville area. There are tons of stuff to do. There's other stuff that you can bring your family, and you can talk gear while they go and shop, or vice versa. We can shop. We can go somewhere and they can talk gear. But there's a ton of stuff to do, and would love to have some of you guys meet you face to face and come back. So it's back on this year, October. That would be a good time to look, wouldn't it? October the 20. 21st through the 23rd right here in Nashville. So if you're interested, go check out that page. There's a couple of different pricing structures where you can, so that everybody has time and can prepare for it, get your family ready or whatever. Let's see. Okay, Nathan's got a good session here, but let me just put a little bow on this. Would love to have you come out to the Experience Weekend. Would love to hang out with you, and you will not regret coming to Nashville, hanging out with some of my friends. Okay, hopefully you included. So anyway, let me take that away, and then let me answer a couple questions. Danny, I will check on that PDF, and if it's not up right now, I will post it on the website right now. Thank you for all that cool stuff you're doing. Nathan, Dr. McFarland, what is your criteria when you're looking for a new house and need good studio space? That's a great question. Makes me wonder if you're looking for a different house. You've got a great house for that. I've been to your studio before. To me, the perfect criteria for that sort of thing is the house that I used to have here in Murfreesboro, which I felt like it was just a great house for it. The criteria being, if you have a working studio, having a separate entrance. I think that's probably one of the main things. Just to have a working studio in your home, you don't want to have people coming through while your family's watching, Reba or whatever, and bring them through the house or bringing traffic through the house or anything like that. You kind of want a separate entrance. So that's good. If you can, separate bathroom so they don't have to go up into the house. And when you have those long days and, you don't want people running upstairs too much. We're talking a perfect house. Now, any house would work. Another thing would be, just a little space to have a snack bar, coffee, things like that. These are just creature comforts for you and your clients. But as far as acoustic stuff, I would just say plenty of space. You don't have to have a ton of space. It's always nice. And it doesn't, you don't have to, the thing I learned about studio is you don't have to have this asymmetrical walls and floor and ceiling and stuff like that. You'd be surprised at how just a box will work, and it'll work really well because you can design this box. You can design this box to where, you don't have parallel surfaces necessarily looking at each other without having to do a lot of construction, just with acoustical sound treatments and things like that. So Nathan, more space for kids. Sounds like the kids are going to get your studio. I understand that too. I'm in a situation up here where it's not ideal. I haven't had any clients here yet. It's not ideal for that because you have to come through my house. You have to go into our master bathroom. Not ideal, but so Nathan, are you looking for a house to buy to put your studio in, or another space to put your studio in? Because there's a chance that, I don't know, I'd love to come by and take a look and brainstorm with you about your studio. You don't have to have a ton of space to do that. You could, give the kids part of the space, or make it a dual sort of thing, like the toy box. Put your toys in with their toys, right? Probably wouldn't work. But anyway, I'd like to hear more details about that. And I would love for us to get together and maybe come brainstorm it a little bit. I love doing that with people that are that live close. So let's see. Where was I? I was just thinking about this the other day. This is something that in running Mix Coach and figuring out, what is the core of what I want to do with Mix Coach. The bottom line is I want to help mixers. I want to help studio owners. I want to do, I love the feeling of having helped someone, of listening to a situation that you're in, whether it be how to build a studio or studio space and brainstorming with them or whatever, or a mix, listening to a mix, or even what I've done before is mix something for someone and then showed them what I did. And then, they took what they could use of it. And I love doing that. So this is something that I have done recently that I'm opening back up, and I'm doing some one-on-one coaching, and I would love it if I can help someone. The bottom line of what I want to do is to know that feeling of taking my 35 plus years of studio knowledge and being able to pull a situation or pull an experience that I've had and let you use it to kind of divert some trouble. So if you think that maybe I could help you, I would love to sit down with you and strategize a little bit. Now this at this link, mixcoach.com/coaching, you set up a 30-minute time slot, and that 30-minute time slot is not enough to really correct any problems, but it is enough time for us to figure out whether or not I can help, or whether or not I can point you to someone else who can help. So that's what that is. If you go to mixcoach.com/coaching, there's a calendar. If you're interested, it's free, and just sign up. There should be some slots available, a 30-minute time slot. It'll go on my calendar. It'll go on your calendar. We'll meet up via Zoom, most likely, or a phone call if you're more interested in that, and then we'll chat. Okay, so mixcoach.com/coaching. So I would love to know that someone could use some of my bruises and bumps along the way to help them kind of skirt some situations that they may be in. So mixcoach.com/coaching. I'll put these links in the section, in the description section below this video. So the three things I wanted to address was the new session on Mixed Coach Member, which will be out later today. The R channel, if there are no, I see some more questions up there, I would love to answer, and talk to you about the Mixed Coach Experience Weekend and the coaching. So that's that. I'm going back to the comments, and let's see. Yeah, Doc, we'll chat later. Oh, okay, Danny, you asked for, and I need more clarity on this. Danny said, would it be possible to get a tutorial of 300 over reverb and delay? I'm not sure I know what you mean by that. If you're talking about the model number 300, or if you're talking about reverb and delay together, or if you're talking about something like the CLA Epic, how to set up and how to use them in the mix. That's one of many things I can't get straightened out. Danny, I would love to help you with that. I just need a little bit more clarity. You said here at the bottom, I need a help setting up a delay and reverb, maybe as a tutorial, please. Okay, so Danny, this would be a good chance for you to chime in here and let me know kind of what you're thinking here. Are you talking about like a general all-purpose reverb and delay for vocals? Are you talking about it for the mix to put in your, you mean 300 tutorials? That's going to keep me really busy, Danny. Is there a model 300 that you're talking about? Just curious there. Yeah, if you can, and as a matter of fact, we can chat about this in Mixed Coach Member, and I will definitely do that for you, Danny. Matter of fact, the template I just built has reverb and delay built into it, and what I may do is go over that with you when I hand deliver it later on today. It's going to be in the this month category, access to this new course that I got for you. The mix in general, absolutely, I will. There's a few things that I do to make it pretty much all purpose. I use a delay with the reverb, and I've been using lately the CLA Epic, which you don't need to do that. You don't need to go and buy the plugin if you don't already have it. There are ways that we can work around that, and I'll show you how to do that. And then there's a couple things, just to kind of a teaser of what of some of the things that I do. One of the reasons it may not sound good is because your delay it's got too much top end in it. Delays are, if you just plug a delay in, it's full range. So it sounds exactly like the vocal that just went through it, or the guitar that just went through it. And it just starts to smear. You get phase cancellation sometimes. It just starts to smear the signal a little bit. So what you have to do, Danny, and I'll show you this in the tutorial, is you have to roll some top end off of it so that the delay doesn't grab the listener's attention. And then I also, tip number 2 is put reverb on the delay. So you've got this, and then you can even take a not so great sound in reverb and make it sound really good with a delay that you've treated properly. So I use delay with reverb all the time, and it works great. And it is tricky to use. So there's two kinds of that I use. I use kind of an all-purpose delay that I run the vocals through. So a lot of times I will run my vocal bus, if you know how I set up my mixes, which you'll know exactly because I'm going to give you the Mix Coach members my mixing template this month. I use delay and reverb together, and then I'll send some of the delay back to the vocal reverb so that you've got this subtle but effective delay that extends the reverb but keeps it out of the way at the same time. The second kind of delay I use is the delay that you want when you want to delay one word. If you don't want to automate that, it's called a throw delay. I'm picking up, that's what other people are calling it, throw delay. So you want to create a track and put the delay on that track at 100% wet. And then I'm talking about solo vocals here. When you want to use that delay, that one word on the solo vocal, you just grab the word and you drag a copy of it to that throw delay track. And then you can EQ if you want to. You can fine tune where the delay starts. If there's a sibilance in there that you want to get out, you can actually cut that out, or automate that if you want to. But that's a delay track, and in your template you can actually set it to where it works most of the time. So then it becomes a matter of just slicing that word, and then you got my effects here. Take that word, drag it up, and then it will appear at the right level for that. And you can even automate how loud it is, or just move. I typically don't want automation on that track. What I'll do is turn all the automation off of the throw delay track. That way I can just take my clip gain and move it, down if I don't want it to hit the delay as hard, or if I want a certain part of the word to hit the delay harder, I can just bump that up with clip gain. That keeps me from having to automate, because if you know me, you know that automation is one of those things. It's like if your mix is a dream, automation is like that somebody shaking you right in the middle of a REM cycle. It just kind of like jars you back into having to delay something sometimes when you don't have to. Automation is a beautiful thing, but I think too much automation takes away from the mix. Actually, I think there's a lot of good things that happen in a mix when you're not thinking about, did I turn up the high pass filter on this? Why is that's where you don't want to delay EQ. I mean, you don't want to automate EQ compression unless you have to, and then it's a beautiful thing. But you don't have to a lot. So anyway, Danny, I'll cover all that stuff in the tutorial, and I'll do it very soon. Okay. You said that's the way I sounded yesterday. You're talking about my vocal effects. Hopefully that was clear. So yeah. So let's see. Let me go back to the comments here. Any other questions about delays? I'm glad to answer them. Any other mixing questions? I would love to answer. I love mixing. I love talking about mixing. I love teaching about mixing, and I just would love to take some more questions. So anyway, coffee or tea? Oh, Bell Buckle Cafe. Let's see if this. Always thought that looked cool. Anyway, tea, sweet tea. Echo. Yep. Okay, Danny, I'll get that done for you here pretty soon. Probably end up on this YouTube channel. But anyway, Dan Mikesell. Hey, buddy. I love our channel. Huge favorite of mine. Dan, what do you use it on? Do you use it on snare? Or do you use it on toms? Use it on both? I find that I don't use our channel much outside of that. Sometimes if I need a channel strip, most of the time, if I need a channel strip, I'll just grab the SSL. But the R channel has the RVox kind of built into it too. RVox is I guess after a little bit of experience, the RVox is kind of like it's a Compander. It's one of those, there's two ways of compressing, or there's two ways of bringing down the dynamic range of something. One is to bring the soft parts up, and one is to bring the loud parts down. And I think the RVox actually brings the soft parts up and the hot parts down. It's one of those one knob vocal solutions, R channel and vocals. Yeah. And you say the gate is good on vocals. Yeah, I get it. I guess it is. Do you use any kind of like filtering or anything like that on the gate, like I do on the toms? Yeah, Bell Buckle Cafe. It sounds like we need to do a lunch there, Dan. Dan, me and you need to chat, and me and Dr. McFarland need to chat, since we're all here close together, and get you on one of these live broadcasts one time. Anyway, you said the gate is great on vocals, and I'm assuming that it's just like right out of the box, just pull the threshold down and use gate, or do you use an expander? So many questions, Dan. Anyway, hey guys, I'm going to wrap up here, and it's been good hanging out with you guys. It's half an hour, and I feel like this is where I miss having somebody to chat with. And believe me, I've got some really cool guests coming up in the next couple of weeks. It's just a matter of nailing down some schedules and just scheduling some stuff, because by request, which someone told me that they would rather see this Mixcoach channel live than some of the tutorials. I would like to know what you guys think. Do you like doing the live thing, or do you like me being real concise and to the point with tutorials, or mix it up? I don't know. I just know that without a guest, it just feels like I'm just talking constantly, which I am. I've been talking for 32 minutes now straight. And I feel like, but you guys have been great in the comments. I love all the comments that you're getting, how interactive you are. It sure makes it not feel like I'm just talking to myself here. So anyway, hey guys, I will wrap this up. Just a couple other things I want to mention just before I leave. Make sure that you check out mixcoachexperienceweekend.com. There's several people here that have been there before, and they can attest that it's going to be a great weekend. Also, check out the mixcoach.com coaching. If you want to schedule a kind of a one-on-one strategy session and see if there's anything we can do to help you along with mixing, studios, studio psychology. I love it all. So jump in there and grab a spot if you feel so inclined to, and I will wrap this up for now. It's been really good hanging out with you guys. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this if you found anything helpful. You can actually share it from the point I started talking about. If it was something about the R channel, something about the gates or whatever, you can actually share, and then you can share it from a certain point and then send it to someone, and hopefully it'll help. Okay. All right, guys, I am going to wrap it up. Thank you for coming. Rolf, thank you. I will see you guys very soon. Okay. Bye.